I'm not that computer savvy. So
Who the talks like
that?
that?
My computer. I don't know if I would
My
ever.
computer.
All right, hey, download this. I don't know how
This
to
has
do
to be
that.
a joke,
All
right?
right, you know. So
Is he
put
f***ing
it on a
around?
cassette tape.
Cassette
Then
tape.
Jamie, my man. Yeah. All right.
What the
Those
f*** would
feeds here
possess somebody to do this?
comes back.
What, playing football was setting a bad example?
They just thought it was like too violent a vibe for
You
the park or
kids.
something because they have like their little kids and it's like, listen, like
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I'm not like sprinting across your picnic
at your children.
Yeah, it's very like segmented, like where we're playing football at. But we never had like you guys have so many nice fields around here. Like the park I went to was just like, it was nice, but it's like pine cones. It's not like a field. It's a park. You know what I mean? There's just shit. It's like twigs.
It's not like manicured.
No.
No, we had just a grass field behind our house that was just, it was 450 feet long. I know, because we fucking measured it. We would use it as a driving range for disc golf. One of those fucking roller things.
Who had one of those?
Al.
Oh.
The comic man. The expert.
You know what?
One day he'll be on here and you guys will debate.
We'll go into our theory.
Yeah. He's coming on for the Jason episode. You bring your friend, I'm bringing mine.
We both bring an expert. Jason owns his own store. Jason's worked there for 20 years at the comic book store. So, you know, basically, therefore, knows the most.
Whatever. What were you going to say?
I was just had a random thing, not comic book related. We can circle back to that if you want.
No.
You know, I'm always down. But they talk about how bad pills are. I just wanted to say,
They're so good.
well, obviously the high is up, but like in the lifestyle or whatever, like all these people coming to work, they're like, good thing I found weed, man. I take a couple of these gummies, you know, puts me to bed. Don't have to, not waking up from the pain. Now I'm not having to take, 120 Vicodin or whatever fucking
That one dude said he gets like $250 a month.
of whatever cool.
What doctor is that?
Yeah.
How do you get that? Can you imagine getting 250 Vicodin? You couldn't. You'd die. I'd be getting Narcan for free from fucking Walgreens just in case.
Listen,
You'd be walking, man.
we have a system. We have a system that I give you.
Fucking shoes.
I would be fine. I would get on a. You know what I would do if I had that money?
I would sell a lot of them.
No, you would not. You
Well, think if you'd have the money, though. That's like $8 a pill.
worth more than that to me.
That's worth more. You couldn't have them every day.
I would tell you I get these
Whenever I
every 3 days.
every 3 days.
That's plenty of time. I take them on a Monday. Then
We'd
I
start
have to
with
wait
start with 4, but yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I get them on Friday.
And you would start with 2 pills.
No.
2 pills.
No.
And you fucking
I do 4. I don't know how that happened, though, where 4 can do nothing.
It's tolerance.
It's not tolerance,
It has
though.
to be. You're used to it. There was a guy that worked with my dad. He would take 7 Vicodin and then go to work, and then he would go to lunch, and he would take another 7 Vicodin. I think it's just, but he would just work. You know what I mean? I think that's just tolerance.
But how could it be where if I take them the one day and I throw them up and they don't work, it's like, all right, so they didn't take, so it can't affect the tolerance.
It's got to be something with that receptor. You know what I mean? You know how like when shit gets like overflowed and then it shuts down for a minute?
I think that's the
Or maybe-
kratom that is keeping it going.
Or maybe there's a receptor that goes off like the CB1 and 2 for the weed. Maybe there's something that when it like maxes out, it either shuts off or it releases some other shit that's like in a different thing we haven't read about. That's like canceling out any other effects later. Maybe that hangs in your body for a minute.
get them every 3 days. And I'll take 4 of them. And then every so often you take a couple weeks off to purge and let it come back down. So I don't have to keep raising it up.
Yeah. But you're getting $250 a month. I'm going to have a stockpile of 900 that are going to have to be offloaded.
No.
There's going to be side dough somewhere.
Because the same way there's sometimes that we take a couple weeks off, there's other times where we take more than 4.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Sometimes we take. What's nice about this version is you don't have to touch alcohol. You just have enough pills to keep adding on. You don't need to mix and match to boost.
You think that's better?
Yeah.
You think just taking more pills?
People die when they mix and match, and
People die when they
too many.
Yeah,
When both.
There's a middle ground.
I'm doing either or.
I think but I think still.
I said that at work thinking it was totally normal that time, and Alyssa was like, "Oh my
Yeah.
god!" And I was like, "What do you?"
Yeah.
Everyone talks about going to raves, and everyone does all their drugs they like, and I say what
Well, they're
I
dropping
do.
their Molly. They like their Molly.
I totally like try. Remember, I forgot about this. Someone brought something up, and I was like, "Remember when that one girl would talk about?" Yeah, actually, I don't get visuals when I take acid and mushrooms. And it's like, really? How much did you take? And you're like, 0.1. Like, you'll probably. No one really gets visuals on 0.1.
No, like 2 grams where shit starts getting weird.
Yeah.
It seems like, and then yeah, she'd be like, well, then I took a 0.5, and I took like
I have to like
I took a
mix
quarter.
drugs
I
if
took
I'm
a
gonna even.
yeah.
bother.
No, I got a hippie flip to do anything.
Like, wow.
Is that what that is? Hippie flip?
I've never
Or
heard
is
that
Jedi
in my
flip?
life before. I wasn't gonna question it, but
The
never in my
druggies
life.
out there are really gonna fucking come after us. Yeah, hippie flip is LSD and mushrooms.
I mean, it makes sense.
It was kind of a rough drive.
Hey, Robert, what's all the commotion?
Hey, Don.
Is that your wife, Nancy?
Right here, Don.
Can I come over this afternoon and touch your face?
Sure.
Thanks.
Why does she
Good luck,
say
guys.
See you, Don.
Let's go, Cinnamon. Heel, Cinnamon. Heel, Cinnamon. Cinnamon! Cinnamon!
Dale.
He's great.
Wow, that's so funny. I don't even know who that guy is.
Sure.
Sure.
Hey, Don.
Hey, Don.
Everything else in that movie isn't like that. And it's just this one weird little scene.
You want to go through my? I found a thing that is. You're on these dating apps. Zeros. You were.
Sure.
And these women out there, they're fucking sluts. They're dressing all like maybe they got. I found this great little article.
You know what a trad wife is?
No, is that like a hot wife?
No, a trad wife means traditional wife, but trad.
Hell yeah, bro. That's what you're looking for.
It sounds so close to trans. It sounds more like a lib thing, but then it's like
Like
a
a lady
conservative. Like I just want a traditional cooking and cleaning pretty girl.
a Billy from War Mode type.
I get, yeah. You want a trad wife,
Yeah.
but it sounds like it's like a thing, like a I don't know.
No, I found this nice little article. Vintage dating tips for single women, 1938. I think if they start,
Don't talk too much. Is that one of them?
man, girls don't borrow their handkerchief and smudge with their lipstick. Makeup in privacy, not where he sees you. Don't put your makeup on around a man.
Don't remind him that that's not what your face looks like all
That's-
the time. Don't
Honey.
ruin the illusion.
That's not what women look like.
That's like, you ever see when it's like a social media interaction that happens all the time, where a lady that's famous for being hot will take a picture of herself with no makeup on, or like a guy takes a picture of her, like around the house or something.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, she's disgusting. And then so then it flips, and then everyone's like, wow, that means you've never gotten laid because you think girls' faces just looks like that, and you've never like woken up next to a lady that like
Yeah.
her face doesn't look like. I'm always like back and
You never
forth.
seen a
I'm like,
woman on a Sunday in sweats with no makeup on and a baggy sweatshirt.
I always feel like there's like such gray area in these conversations. Like, well, you can be like ugly and then like have your face like put a pretty face on,
Yeah.
or you could just be like a good looking person that then like looks even better. Maybe I don't
Yeah.
know. Like, I don't know. It's weird. Dead internet.
It's a dead internet.
I think of all these
It's
people
fucking
as not
AI.
real.
Dude. It's all robots. It's all AI. Half those people aren't real. It's like the jerk offs that comment on our shit.
I
Half of them
find
can't be
solace
real.
in that. Yeah.
Half of them can't be real.
Russian bot.
Russian bot, Chinese bot.
Indian bot.
Don't sit in awkward positions and never look bored, even if you are. Be alert. And if you must chew gum, not advised. Do it silently with your mouth closed.
Chewing gum is for cows, not ladies.
Exactly. The man chews because the head cow is always grazing.
Never look bored. This man needs to feel like he's an important industrialist, and he's always got interesting things to say.
Careless women never appeal to men. Don't talk while dancing, for when a man dances, he wants to dance. Shut your fucking mouth.
That one I don't get as much.
What are you talking about? When you're out there dancing, you don't just want to dance?
Well, it's
No,
if
it's
they were
crazy.
dancing like how people dance now, where they grind on each other. I could understand it, but there you are kind of
Honey,
like,
what do you do for a living?
yeah, you are kind of like facing one another. It doesn't
It'd be
seem
hard not
crazy
to
to
talk,
talk.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like Larry when he's talking about how he talks during sex. He's like, can't chit.
Ladies, if you need a brassiere, wear one. Don't tug at your girdle, and be careful your stockings are not wrinkled.
I like the guy disgusted.
Ugh. He can't even look at her. Don't be familiar with your escort by caressing him in public. Any open show of affection is in bad taste and usually embarrasses or humiliates a man. A man's got side chicks. You can't be in public hanging on them, being with them.
Doing this might result in a dotted eye.
You might catch a backhand.
Remember, cover it up. Out of sight. Don't be applying makeup to your black eye in view of your hubby, or else he'll give you a matching one. What a dumb hat they used to wear. My great grandma used to wear that hat.
Really?
Yeah.
It is an odd hat.
Looked good on her. She was 100, you know.
Well, yeah. You can't bring this back now. It's like those ladies that
Feels weird to
want
wear
to
when
dress
you're
all vintage.
22.
I went to school with a girl like that. She was an acting major, so you can already imagine how that was. But she dressed like she was in the fucking 20s. All very loud, very like, "Hi, happy to be here."
Bro, I'd kill myself if I was.
Let's
around
all
those
get
people.
acting theater.
I'm wrong. I'll start there. I'm wrong.
No, she's in the right place.
Like, I resent her because then
No.
what that energy makes me do, I can't just be independent of it. I have to then go, oh, okay. If you think you're like doing this to the class, I'm going to do that this way. I'm going to make you a net negative. Like, I'm going to counterbalance whatever you think you're doing.
Whatever energy you're trying to set
Yeah.
here, I'm fucking.
Know that if you were doing 0 right now, I'd just be regular, and then the class would be better. But because you keep pushing and pushing and pushing, I'm going to fucking stonewall back here. And then we're going to end up in a worse place than we
Let's
would
get
have.
active.
Yeah,
Good. Don't be sentimental or try to get him to say something he doesn't want. What? Don't
he
be
doesn't want to by working on his emotions.
Men don't like tears, especially in public places.
Don't cry.
Don't cry in front of me. I'm sick of it.
I assume you're sad. I don't. What am I gonna be reminded about
I
it?
assume you're miserable.
Yeah.
This
But you're
marriage
with
was
me
half
now.
arranged.
Cry when you're not with me, because that's when you're most sad. When you're with me, you're a little less sad,
You're
right?
happy. Yeah, you might not be happy.
Think
but
about that.
Think about that. Don't be familiar with the head waiter talking about the fun you had with someone else another time. Men deserve desire and your entire attention.
What a dickhead move by the head waiter to come by and be like, "Ooh, a different gent this
Hey,
evening.
how
You're
are you?"
4th this week."
Exactly. Oh, that's what they're saying. That's fucked up. Look how angry this dude is. This chick's getting her ass beat when she gets home.
Well, now he's
And you
got to
can say
think
that
of
in the
something.
30s, though.
He's got to think of something smart to say to this guy. He can just beat the girl up later. Yeah.
No, but this dude.
He's got to have some. He's got to have some wisecrack. Be like, well,
This dude-
while you were here being a waiter, I was discovering oil.
That dude looks like no. That dude looks
Not
like
the right century. I'm sorry.
That dude looks like he's running a fair, like a carny.
I could see that.
Don't talk about your clothes or try to describe your new gown to a man. Please, and flatter your date by talking about the things he wants to talk about.
Not crazy that guys just still wear the same suit. I'm gonna wear that in 2 days. It's been 100 fucking years. Fucking stupid ass suit. The suit replaced the kimono in like a week. Why can't I go wear a kimono?
You'd be insane.
I should be able to wear a
Even
Hawaiian
Arab bros.
shirt and slacks. Slacks are church clothes, and you get married in a church in a proper wedding. This is not a proper wedding, so why would I dress
You wear
better?
a suit to a proper wedding.
Yeah, but follow the logic of what I just said. Don't say that and fuck it all up. You wear khakis to church. Wedding happens in a church. Think about that.
What about a funeral?
Again, you're fucking it up. If I'm going to a funeral, yes, you wear a suit, but follow the logic. What do you wear to church? Khakis.
You wear khakis.
That's fine. Where does a funeral happen? Oftentimes a church. Sometimes, portions of it.
This doesn't need to be. We don't need to be talking about things like this.
Why would I ever wear?
Here, you
tie.
read this next one.
Don't drink too much, as a man expects you to keep your dignity all evening. Drinking may make some girls seem clever, but most get silly.
Which no one wants.
Well, I think silly back then probably means like acting a fucking fool. Doesn't mean like being a goofball, I would guess.
No, yeah, that's true. Silly meant like, silly was the R word back then.
What if you flash your tits?
You get up on the table and
Oh no, what's this one?
don't be conspicuous talking to another man. The last straw is to pass out in front of from too much liquor. Chances are your date will never call you again.
Yeah, she's groping the guy in the booth. I mean, that one's pretty reasonable. The rest were like that, but that one's pretty fair.
This one, he has the right to be mad. He doesn't have the right
She's
to...
running her hand through another guy's hair, a stranger.
He doesn't have the right to beat her later, which he is, but he does have the right to be angry.
He can work the body.
You can work the
I
body.
feel nice.
You should be allowed to work the body.
Freelance goon. You can't hit other people's kids, but there ain't no law against throwing feints.
Really shock someone.
You can put the fear of God into a kid and think for a second you're about to punch a hole through his sternum.
Yeah.
And then just not.
You have to be like if the kid can't run to his dad then.
I mean, it
You're
depends
doing this
entirely on what the dad looks like. You got to look at the dad first.
You can't be fucking around.
No, you have to assess. You have to peek at them in between aisles at Walmart, 'cause that's where this is happening.
Your size is, yeah, well, yeah, this ain't happening in Target.
Target has their own set of
Bro,
problems.
these stores are shit. These stores are shit now, man. They're not made for shopping. They're made to order. That's all it is now. It's fucking ridiculous. Don't use your car mirror to fix your makeup. Man needs it. Man needs it in driving. And it annoys him very much to have it turn around and see what's behind him. I get that. Don't fuck with my mirror.
It's very reasonable. It's before they had the visor flipped down.
That is true. That is true. Imagine a car without visors.
That's a crazy move, though, to just wrench over that mirror for your face and have a guy look up and be like,
Jesus
yeah,
Christ!
lady, I need that shit.
These cars are death traps these days.
Yeah, can you? Well, I guess in some ways, yeah, but then also they were like made of metal. And they
Yeah,
were probably
But that's why they were, I think, because they didn't compress. Like, cars now are built to the frame and shit. When you get in an accident, it's made to fucking, like, pancake to absorb some shit. Those days, you get hit and you just fucking, no airbag, your fucking chest hits a fucking wooden wheel. No seatbelts, bench seats.
Well, yeah,
Hey,
all that.
plate glass window. No, no tempered glass.
Remember the thing where they put like the like a person catcher basket on the front of cars?
Yeah, because people would just
Fuck
walk
is
in the
that?
street. Because people would just walk in the street because they're used to horses.
Yeah, but
I guess
how
you'd
is that?
still look both ways.
That's what I don't get. Like,
And cars are still fucking loud. It's
and
not
how
like,
not the fix like every other thing where like so eventually a guy dies and then they go, oh, we got to do that
Shit.
now. How is the thing like?
that's-
All right, we'll get nets for the cars.
Well, no, that's probably what it was. I bet a lot of people were getting hit by cars. They're just walking in the middle of the street.
yeah, but the yes, a real Michael Winslow energy today.
Like that. That's like the you know what that thing on the front of trains are? That like wedge? It's to hit cows and shit off the rails. Because
So
like
that it doesn't-
animals would just be on the rails. So if it hits a flat train,
They
it's
don't
gonna,
know no
it's gonna
better.
fuck the fucking cows don't know no better. So they got that wedge there. So I assume
It's weird, you
I assume it saws them right in half.
You'd think they'd be able to know to move. That's crazy.
No, it's like a fucking deer when it looks at you when you're driving at it. Duh.
But a train's coming straight on from so long where you're just looking down and being like, oh man.
It's like the Austin.
Maybe if you
Powers.
don't have depth perception.
No. Well, that's what it is. The cows got eyes on the side of their head.
And they got like square pupils like a goat.
Do they?
Pretty sure.
I know goats do. I don't know what the difference is.
Between a goat and a cow, or between square pupils and
And
square.
round pupils. David Attenborough has a documentary about
Let's ask a Chinese person. No. Wrong. I didn't like that one.
They did.
I didn't care for it. I want that one back.
What was the video you wanted to show me?
Oh. Well, yeah, one you can go to my watch later. And then the other one I texted you. Yes.
This one? That was a good sound.
Conventional style, and of course for pushing the envelope when it comes to filmmaking. 106 in Park, please welcome writer, director, and Academy Award winner Quentin Tarantino. Let's welcome him out here, man, to the crowd, man. And now, that film has to be like one of the most quoted movies in Hollywood with just the lines and everything. So you got to give us. This is my question for you, Q. What is the
This
most
is titled
famous line? Your
Quentin
favorite
Tarantino
line
is bad at talking to
from
black
Pulp
people.
Fiction.
I think probably the most famous line is,
What the fuck?
on your ass. Big Ream says it.
Pleasing your fans or
TiVo
pleasing
sound?
the critics?
Yeah, I think
for
this
you?
is like.
Oh, interesting question, actually. Well,
What?
I want to please my fans, and I want to please the critics that are my fans.
Shut the
critics
fuck
hate my
up.
fans, I don't give a damn.
Stop it.
There's a lot of them out
I
there.
think the other thing when you're working with Quentin, you know that what he's really doing
Sam
is,
Jackson's right
is
there.
fulfilling his vision. You know, he's a visionary director. For us to have the opportunity to work with
Now, I'm not that computer savvy. So
Savvy?
if he sent
Well,
me
who the
something
fuck
that I
talks
plug
like
into
this?
my computer? I don't know if I would
My
ever heard it.
computer?
All right, hey, download this. I don't know
This-
how
this
to
has
do
to be a
that.
joke,
all
right?
right? You know, so
Is he
put
fucking
it on a
around?
cassette tape.
Cassette
Then
tape.
Jamie, my man, all right.
What the
goes to
fuck would
BET Awards,
possess somebody to do this?
comes back with Rick Ross. Rick Ross and the whole posse. We all got contact high on the set that day. The whole MMG.
Yeah. Well,
I'd
what
love-
happened was is that
I'd love for Sam Jackson to just punch him in the face.
I'm saying he's known that guy forever.
100 black
Jamie
race
Foxx
so I
is
can lay
like,
their ass in. I need 100 black preachers with a black sermon.
Go over to Carrie with my little tape recorder, play it. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, that's in the movie. And Anthony Hamilton brought in a joint that was just fantastic.
joint.
And I took it home and I played it. I go, this is the bomb.
the bomb.
But my movies are
That's
always
the
filled
upside.
with songs. It's always stuff that I chose from either my own collection or something like that. I never had like a music
Son-
song
son like that.
Why?
It's always stuff I chose. And probably the reason I never did that is I didn't want to actually go up to an artist and ask them to write something and then they do Red-Nosed Reindeer, the Charlie Brown special. What was that one with
Fred Astaire is the mailman. He's narrating it. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Why? What would the fuck, like...
Hi.
That's a real honk thing to do.
I mean, it's one thing to let a little bit creep in.
That's douche of the week. We're bringing that back.
That
Quentin
one
Tarantino,
is
douche of the week.
Egregious. That one's doing an accent. That's doing an impression or something.
That's like a cartoonish impression. That's like a...
It's like the crows from Dumbo.
Or like those old TV shows where they would just have like what's it, the Jack Benny show, and he would just have like a black dude that's like his like worker in the house or some shit. It's fucking weird, man.
I don't know that.
It was like a 50s show, I think.
I don't know the name, but I don't know. I couldn't tell you nothing about it.
What the fuck was his name?
Porterhouse.
I was just about to say that.
Something like that.
What was the other thing you want to show me? Thing you sent me?
Yeah.
What is this, horrific? Shut the fuck up.
Set you free, bringing the light for all to see. No more tunnels, no more fear. Trump Gaza is finally here. Trump Gaza shining bright, golden future, a brand new light. Feast and dance, the deal is done. Trump Gaza, #1. Trump Gaza shining bright, golden future, a brand new light. Feast and dance, the deal is done. Trump Gaza, #1.
Shut the fuck up.
The guy. Did you see who was sitting next to Trump at the end? That was the Israel guy, Netanyahu.
Yahoo? The fuck? He didn't release this.
He shared it.
He shared it? Of course he did. He's a fucking animal. That's insane.
Yeah, Donald Trump shares an absurd and degrading
It is
AI.
funny. It is funny.
Yeah, in Family Guy.
Yeah, the president should be sharing it.
Yeah, that's not great.
People are so fucking mad at Elon. And Elon is a cuck fag oldie. But like...
I don't get me wrong, the guy sucks.
No, he does
sure,
suck. They're all
like,
they're all fucking nerds and they do suck. But
doesn't it
dude,
also
the
suck to
people-
get that bent out of shape about
bro,
it?
the people, dude, I don't understand what people are like. He's digging into this shit and they're like, he's taking away government jobs. All these people are losing their job. And it's like, yeah, because their job wasn't fucking needed. Like, they did layoffs at my work too, at our work too. Like, shit fucking happened.
They just shut down one
Your
of the
job
DMVs
doesn't exist
around
anymore.
here. And it's like, and you don't. So now our DMV is going to be even busier.
Yeah.
You didn't like that they cut those jobs, right? Imagine if they had money to keep that DMV open because they weren't spending money on all this fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
You know how you hit a pothole on your way home on 80 every day?
Fucked off. Yeah.
Wouldn't have a fucking pothole. We'd have fucking money to fix the goddamn roads.
And we're sending $1 billion to fucking...
$8 million for
That dude
a
was so
Sesame
good.
Street
I was
in
wa-
Iraq.
I made that clip, dude, yesterday.
I loved that. And just using non-gendered language in Syria.
Insane. No, this was wild. It is fun. It's a good look. I mean,
That's so crazy to not even just show what it's going to be, but show it like this and then have it
the transition.
flicker into
Well, no, they walked out of the cave.
a golden Trump.
Look at, they walked from this
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Little
into the cave. And then they showed Dubai, which is odd, but
No, that's what Gaza's going to be.
oh, the next Dubai.
Trump's going to get a Middle Eastern pussy, apparently, and they're going to have a gold statue of him. Like, why would that be the thing even? Like, I get, like, trying to sell them on the fact, not that it's good still, but I cannot wrap around my head around him being like, no, it'll be better. There'll be casinos. You'll make money. And then being like, that's not really the thing.
We need over here.
But it's funny to then be like, and you'll have a golden statue of me. Like,
that you could tear down in 10 years.
yeah, I don't think they need statues of gold right now.
I like gold. The look of it, the taste of it, the texture.
If I was ever at a rally where Beyonce was talking up like, and that's why we need to stand behind Kamala. I'm like, you were in Gold, member. You played Foxy Cleopatra.
In Gold,
Shut
member.
the fuck up. You held the skin holder thing.
This is the #1 movie this month.
That's a show.
This is a show. What is it? Emmy Award winning.
I don't know. I heard Matt and Shane talk about it a while ago. I think
really?
they showed Dick in it.
Really?
Yeah, that's all I know about it.
That's big.
I think it's Italian, or maybe the guy who
It's Italian.
or maybe
It's
the
not
guy
gay.
who shows his dick is Italian.
Which is not gay. An Italian could whip his dick out.
Yeah, I know
Don't say
nothing
bring.
about it.
I'm not saying pull the balls out, but like you could pull the shaft out. You pull the balls out,
It's
it's
pretty
gay.
aggressive to have your balls out in a movie.
No.
I don't know that I've ever seen a dick in a movie outside of maybe. I'm sure I have. I've seen one dick in American Reunion because they're recreating the scene in the original American Pie when
I remember that.
people are coming in and he like has his dick out
Yeah.
and he's in the kitchen. He grabs something to cover his cock and he thinks he did it, and then everyone walks in and the camera shows him. He grabbed a pot lid.
And it was clear. And he just smushed it.
His dick is smushed up against him, and they show that. That was very, very funny.
See? You could hang dong. It's
But I
good.
think that's the only dick I've ever seen in a movie.
Really?
Trying to think.
Hangover.
Yeah, but I mean,
Mostly Bush.
yeah.
Do you think that's not his dick? That was a prosthetic. That'd be crazy to have that much Bush.
Yeah.
I walked into the
How do
bathroom
you
at
have a
work.
prosthetic?
I walked in.
Have something small over something bigger.
Well, you cover it. You put on one of those like dancer's belts. It makes you like a Ken doll. And they probably
His
just
name is Ken.
see? Exactly.
Ken John.
Ken John. I walked in the bathroom at work, the public bathroom, and I don't understand how so many pubes can get on a toilet seat. But bro, there was pubes
It is startling to see.
this long, man. Just like you walked in and shaved and then left.
I'm thinking I gotta trim up before the trip.
Just in case you get lucky.
No.
You should try to get laid out there.
No.
That'd be funny. You should call an escort just for the story.
Just to lose money.
Just to
on
spend
nothing.
$2,000 on nothing.
Yeah. No. Nope, none for me, thanks.
You finish Invincible?
I'm not caught up, if that's what you mean.
Yeah. You haven't watched what else would I mean?
Well, it's not.
It's not done yet, obviously.
Yeah. I don't know if like you thought the season
It's
was
the
out.
first 3, right? Or 4?
I've seen 4. I think there's 5 out. I think 6
Is it
comes
worth
out
watching?
tomorrow. It's better than last season for sure. Probably
Okay.
not quite as cool as first season yet.
Okay.
There's a couple cool fight scenes though. They literally. You said you didn't watch the second one, right?
I watched the first half of the second one. It ended with that general dude leaving. A beat up Mark.
Yeah.
And he took what's his face? Nolan.
Well, at some point, he stops being with Amber, so you're like, glad that's over and done with. And then in the new season, they cut back to Amber, who's now not part of the story in any way.
Doesn't make sense.
And they just let her talk to like Mark's new girlfriend about like, oh yeah, he's like that, and it's like, all
She's
right.
gone. Get next.
Me and Pete were talking about it. He goes, we're all hyped up talking about this one cool fight scene between this one cool character they haven't shown too much of yet. And we're like, yeah, it was sick. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And he's like, did you get to that one part with these two guys where they're, and I'm like, oh, where they made him gay and they show like a 6-minute fucking
Stop it. Is it is it his buddy?
No, it's just two guys. No, that's the gay dude that rather than just being like a human being that also happens to be gay, they were like, what if he was a caricature
What if
of
he-
what
what if he
90s
was
culture
flaming
made
gay?
people think gay people were? And we brought stereotypes back 30 years. And then we acted like we were bringing forth, pushing diversity forward.
Exactly. No, it's better.
God,
it's better.
I
It's
picture
cool to
all
be
of
gay
them,
now.
and
We're
then
gonna-
they're like sipping their Starbucks. From everyone's got a cup of coffee. I'd love to smash it into their fucking face, leave them with 3rd-degree burns like Zuko. And then be explaining to the police in the back of the car, like, do you like Star Wars? Okay, well, this was for us.
Well, that's like
they're putting a chick
and that's like the
and
thing,
making
man.
it gay.
There should be a government form that you should be able to fill out that goes through a very extensive. I mean, I don't know.
This
the
is where that
bureaucracy
government money
in this
should be going.
No, yeah, there should be a form you fill out that just you explain, you plead your case, and you're like, hey, I think, much like Hitler, best for humanity if this person's gone.
And that's not to say that
And that's like
they
a
have
license,
to let you kill them.
No,
It's just you have to hunt them. You have to make it happen.
world's
Assassinate.
dangerous man game, brother.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They're armed.
Do I know what you mean? Is Manhunter one of my favorite comics?
You got to
where
get
that
to
was
him.
the premise.
Yeah.
A man who hunted great big game in Africa,
Yeah.
and it wasn't enough of a challenge. It was like, what if I hunted criminals?
There's also etiquette to it. You can't just barge into someone's house.
You can't kill them in front of their family.
No, you can't just like barge in. You know, it's got to be
It's like the mob.
clean.
Have some respect.
Have some fucking respect. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Cosa Nostra, Homo Nostra. You can't fuck them.
You can't fuck them.
You can't fuck them. That's in there. But no, it would go through an extensive voting process. There's a separate court system. Very diverse.
Where they vote like that.
Yeah, dude. 100%. 100%.
And then they do this, and you think that means you lost, but really this means this is to their life. They die.
Yeah, no. Gladiator style.
Yeah.
100%. That'd be sick. That'd be so cool.
I was watching the last scene in Gladiator.
They'd really know you on that council.
What do you mean?
You'd have a lot of submissions. You'd be pleading a lot of cases.
Yes, they'd be familiar with my work.
That'd be fucked up, though. That'd be interesting. The other person, though, does not get in trouble if they kill you, obviously.
In self-defense, they can't preemptively kill you, though.
No. They would have to file another claim. They would have to, one, know you're doing it. They're not being, are they notified? Do they get notified?
They
get a text on their phone, you're being hunted.
No, I think the record is public record, but it's not like in the newspaper. Like you have to go looking for it.
It's in the basement in a file cabinet.
It's just like
it's out.
You go to the courthouse, you do something, they make a record of it. It's in whatever database.
You're not getting a thing in the mail saying like, hey, you're being hunted.
No, they decided you're a bad guy. You don't deserve rights like that.
That's interesting. Just be ready. We got conceal and carry is legal. Apparently, Trump's taking away a FOID card. You don't need it anymore.
Some dude in Curbside was saying, like, it was getting dark, and him and they were like former meth head type people, just fucking former pill head. Like, whenever a girl talks like, whenever a girl talks like that, I'm always
black
like,
teeth.
Probably, I
fucking
can't see
just
far enough.
because the heroin sucked out all the calcium out of their fucking body.
Just two garbage people.
It's disgusting. These animals.
Just real white
regardless,
trash.
keep going.
And
that really disgusted me.
Yeah. She's like leaned over from the past.
And they think they're fucking hot too.
Oh, well, that's what I mean.
They think
she's talking to me like they're the good like she's bad mouthing the other. She's like, I can't believe they have you. It's dangerous out here.
Yeah.
They should let you guys have a gun. And I was like,
ma'am, I'd put this fucking.
I wanted to be like, yeah, there's actually several reasons why I can't have a gun, ma'am. Thank you for thinking so highly of me that I could be trusted with that. I could barely be trusted with these hands, bitch. No, but Dave was back there, so it's at least like a big dude. And I was like, nah, I think he's the guy with that. And Dave just waves. He like doesn't know what we're talking about. Just did exactly
Dave,
what I wanted him to.
Just a presence.
So then the guy's like, yeah. Did they let you guys, did they let him, like, conceal and carry? I'm like, I have no idea. He's like, yeah, that's why it's better to just not worry about the paperwork, right? I was like, yeah. And then he, like, gestured. He kind of, like, made it seem like he had a gun on him in the car that he has, like,
Really?
not registered. And I was just like, cool, man. Like, at what age, when do you age out of bragging to someone about something that you should keep? It's like the thing we were joking about earlier where it's like, yo, I'm actually kind of like high right now. So if I'm like weird.
Bro, I
It's
can't
like,
fucking handle
if
it.
you're thinking you might get weird to the point that you had to tell me about it, you probably shouldn't have driven or like gone to work or be out. Like,
no, I had some bitch. I had to say fucking I had 7 times I had to ask her for the total, and she's staring at me.
What is it again?
So sorry,
I shuffled my money back and forth 15 times.
You could probably already tell I took an edible before I came here. It's like, yeah, and I'm fucking worried that you're probably gonna go out to the kid you left in the car and fucking drive home. Like, it's crazy what you're doing right now. Or even worse, I think, is the people that come in and they're like, yeah, you know, I got a high tolerance. So I kind of just put this down, you know, this, that, and the other. I slam one of these drinks, man. They really work. And I go, yeah, they do. Oh, you drink the whole thing? I go, yeah, that's kind of what you're supposed to do, man. It's a fucking shot.
Yeah.
You think you're some fucking psycho taking 100 milligrams?
Do you think it's like
what are
a
you talking
potion
about?
that you drop a dot in and it sizzles the
Fucking
water?
Animal? Yeah, what are you talking about?
It's a shot.
Oh, you smoke weed? Oh, good.
It's like everything else we talk about. Guy who knows about UFC a smidge more than his friends becomes an expert. Guy who smokes a little bit more weed than his friend.
Well, he's the weed guy.
You know that guy that works for like Red Bull that always comes in?
Yeah, he's a fucking douche.
And has to let you know that he works for Red Bull. He's like, yeah, I'm like, they, like the people on my team, like they don't know how I do it. I'll be like, yeah, I'm off like 50 milligrams right now. We're in the middle of a meeting. They're like, what?
Are you serious?
I'd be like, gone. It's like, but isn't that anything? Like if you don't do it and then you did it randomly with no tolerance or endurance.
In. You'll fucking throw up.
Yeah.
You'll throw up in fucking 10 seconds. You'll throw up.
Smoke a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like a cool thing.
Yeah, imagine being in a boardroom chain smoking cigarettes, being like, yeah, I could smoke these all day. All day.
Doesn't get me down.
Doesn't do shit to me.
And also, the thing you're saying is a thing people take to have something happen to them. And you're like, not me. I've depended on this substance so much.
I'm a fucking loser.
That I don't even get what I want out of it anymore. It's costing me twice as much money. And you're saying it to people as if you're like an 8th grader hanging out with 7th graders. And you're like, yeah, I actually, I smoked weed before. And they're like, what?
Are you serious?
I don't even know where you get weed. And you're like,
I
yeah.
don't even have a med card either.
It's like,
I pay the tax. I don't give a fuck. I work at Red Bull.
Do you remember the one dude when he's like, yeah, I tell people I buy the 100 milligram chocolate bars, give the girlfriend 5 milligrams, rest is for me.
Rest for me.
It's like,
nice.
Okay.
Hell yeah, dude.
You couldn't afford a second edible for your girlfriend. Like, I don't know how this story is supposed to be like, oh, sick. Dude, can I walk out and dap you up?
Yeah, do you mind if I come around here and hug you?
Yeah.
Show me your dick. How big is it?
It's got to be thigh slapping, right?
No, dude, you're packing.
100 milligrams. You're not fucking with me.
Are you fucking serious? I'm starting to be with that.
Pop the door open. Megan, get out here.
Yo! Hey,
Tell her what you just told me. She's going to flip.
Porterhouse. Davenport.
Yeah.
Davenport. Mickey 17. Mickey 17.
The UFC advertised that movie.
Really?
It was only in theaters for a day, I think.
Known as an expendable, goes on dangerous journey to colonize an ice planet by Bong Joon-ho. I was thinking the whole time. I'm thinking like, damn, a funny Irishman. But now Bong Joon-ho really took the cake there.
Mickey 17. If you just drop the 1, it's Mickey 7, and then that's Mickey Mantle's number.
Mickey 7. That'd be fun.
Now you just have a baseball movie.
I love Mickey Mantle.
Who does? KG was talking about how Mickey Mantle, or no, Ty Cobb, I think he said it was, like just found a midget in one city and then like brought him on the rest of the season with the team, and he was just like their little like guy.
Really?
They treated poorly.
Really?
Yeah. It's not that long ago to be like, it's like a human being.
Yeah.
To just be like, hey,
look at this fucking guy.
You're coming with us.
No, that's like Wolf of Wall Street when they got the midgets and they're throwing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's in the 80s.
That is the 80s. When was this?
Ty Cobb played in like the 20s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. Ty Cobb's
I don't
like
know any of these people.
Classic baseball player.
Okay. A real Babe Ruth.
Yeah, that era.
That era. I think I still have a Ty Cobb card.
Yeah. Back when whites were dominant on
Back
the
when
on the diamond.
Back when a fat white alcoholic was the peak male form.
You know, when attributes, things that the commentators would rattle off as good things would be like barrel-chested, burly arms. It's like, what? Now you say like ripped and jacked because we know what muscles can't look like. But before it's like a guy
we know
he's
how strong
got
a person.
Popeye forearms, and you're like, all right,
Yeah, what the fuck is he on?
good.
Has a beer belly.
Yeah. Everyone's just like everyone's back from the war, just fucked.
Has a 6-second 40.
I don't even think they were bothering with that. They're like, the man can make it from home plate to first in
10 seconds.
and time. Coming in at 10 even.
Did they slide back then? Probably.
At a certain point, they had to have started. But I don't know if they always
someone
did.
did it first, though.
I don't know if it was just because
Someone did that
if
first
it started
and they
as
were like-
stickball, I don't think you were sliding on asphalt too often. So eventually they had to realize, like, oh, we could probably fucking lay out on here.
Sports must have been fucking wild back then.
That's why it's funny because there was an era where they would
Everybody's
talk
in
about
everybody's
in
in a
baseball like stickball is the old school thing, but then you realize that it's not like a time thing. It's just like an advancement or like money thing. Because then if you go to Dominican Republic, like they play fucking stickball.
Yeah.
That's why there's so many like people are sent over. It's because like the fucking hand-eye coordination you have to get from a stick.
They play with like bottle caps.
Exactly. So the hand-eye coordination you have to get for that is way better than just us here, where
So
someone
then
hands you a bat and a ball and you start with that.
Yeah. Instead, that dude's hitting bottle caps with a fucking 1/4-inch stick.
So then he comes over here and it's like, you want me to hit that with this? Yeah, I'll clobber the shit out of it. And they do.
They get to a place where they can actually be like trained well.
And be, not have their birth certificate, so they get to be 4 years older than people. That's what happened to me.
Really? You got
There's
pushed.
no way this kid
You got
was
pushed
our
out of the
age.
MLB by a Dominican.
No, in Little League, there was this kid, Hector. He was so much taller than everyone. Everyone's like, what are we doing? Why are we pretending?
That Hector's fucking 8.
There was a black kid that was taller, but he had been in the league forever, so at least we knew, like,
He's grandfathered in.
he's that old. He just is genuinely that tall. This Mexican kid comes out of nowhere, and we're like, okay. He was on Thomas's team. Yeah.
Was Thomas always a big kid?
No, Thomas was pudgy like me in 6th grade, and then 7th grade, he, like, snapped and was, like,
Husky.
decided to get in shape.
Really?
And he got, like, a little bench press that went in his room, and it made it so that there was 0 floor space in his room. That was all small room, just like the perimeter, and then you could stand in the middle, and he just put a bench press in that area.
Really?
And that was just his room now.
That was the room.
Yeah.
And he would just bench?
It had like a couple different, I had like the leg curl thing. It was like
Nice.
the baseline $129 bench
Nice.
press thing. And he had a couple dumbbells, and he would just a couple resistance bands. He would do that. He would do like the fitness, how after school they'd have like, come on back to gym, we'll
Yeah.
like play sports, and we would do that sometimes.
That's funny.
Team handball was so fucking fun.
That is fun. That the one where you run around?
You take you can run, but
You like 3 steps or something.
if you
It's
have the ball, yeah.
Like ultimate frisbee.
Yeah.
That's fun too.
Yeah, I'm just not as good with the frisbee as I am with the ball. For you were probably.
A real whiz. We had a disc golf course.
Really?
We had individual sports or some shit. It was like a class. You could take team sports or individual sports. And you took individual, and they played like golf. It was disc golf. You played like, I was just solo shit. You went bowling.
Were you a spaz about it? And
No, but I would fucking, me and my buddy would just launch discs into the field.
we had a
And then
very
not go get 'em.
short cardio kickboxing segment that I was a spaz about.
Really?
I was like, we're not even doing anything right.
Really?
Because
You said that?
Not like to the team.
You took the girls' class.
No, it was just some. It was like you cycle through a bunch of shit. So for those
Oh.
like 2 weeks or whatever, we were doing cardio kickboxing.
That was a class.
So
we
we're
would
all
take.
standing there, and it's some fat fucking dyke going 1, 2, front kick, and I'm like, "You're not doing anything right." And I was with like my spaz ass friends, and they're just like doing shit goofy, and I'm like, teep.
You have to do this correct. Were you showing people how to kick?
I'm not gonna show anybody how to do anything, but I'm gonna do it right. And then the teacher's coming by and has the audacity to be like, "All right, let's try to get those kicks up." And it's like, I'm literally more flexible and have more dexterity in my legs than anyone in this fucking room right now. Anyone in this gymnasium.
I could kick anybody's ass here.
That was true at the time, yes. Now it's not.
It's disgusting what this world's become.
What they've done to us with microplastics.
It's disgusting. All right.
They took me down from the inside.
Call it an early one? Fuck it. Hey, you fuckers take care. We'll see you next week.